Hello everybody and welcome to the Captain's Draft 2.0. My name is Sunsfan, joined by Cinderween. Welcome. We are in the pick ban right away. This is Team Secret versus Power Rangers, first match of the day. Every series
of the tournament
is 2 games. That's correct as well. Thank you for interrupting. Now you can interrupt me more. Go.
Yeah, okay. Well, I can't interrupt you if you let me, then it's not an interruption. But
True.
Yeah, we're extremely happy to have the tournament running, and without too many complications, it seems. Pretty much everything in the game got implemented well. We have a couple of hiccups we need to fix, but apart from that, everything's good. Looks like the stream is running well, and a lot of people have purchased both the Compendium and the Juggernaut set, so it seems like we're doing something right. So thank you very much for contributing to the tournament. Now, yeah, let's get going. So after we've said all that, Team Secret versus PR, like you said, this is Captain's Draft. So if you're not familiar with it, things go really quick in this mode. Each team has 3 bans. They have 27 heroes to pick from, 9 of each attribute, and they have 2.5 minutes draft time in total. So the max draft time is 5 minutes, and in Captain's mode, it can go to like almost 15 minutes. So these drafts are fast, and they need to make decisions.
There's some great heroes in the pool. Unfortunately, no non-CM hero. Do we continue to call them that? Non-CM heroes or just restricted heroes? What's the
I don't
best?
know. What do you feel like?
Non-CM probably.
What sounds good to you? Non-CM?
Well, that
Can we
doesn't
call something
sound
better?
well.
Call
Restricted
them CD heroes. Why don't we call them CD heroes?
Because they're also AP heroes and other mode heroes. I don't know.
Lame. Okay.
Anywho, I see a Terrorblade. I see a Meepo and No Tails in the game. I don't know if I don't think he's played Meepo since being on Secret, if I'm not mistaken. Has he? You're like the
right.
encyclopedia of Dota, so I just go to you for this kind of stuff, you know.
I'm pretty sure you're right, because in this team he plays support, and he has played it as support. In our tournament specifically, he actually did really well with support Meepo in one of the games, and I believe the finals. So I think right now he's telling Puppy, get me Meepo, and I don't, well, PR didn't ban it. So that's another thing that's really interesting about this mode, is that it's kind of, it has, now we go to a little bit of history class. It's kind of, it brings back memories of the old Captain's mode, which is kind of based on where the teams would ban all the heroes in the beginning and then start picking. That's how you play PI1. Oh my god!
Right off the bat. 100%
right.
Meepo pick, guys.
Okay. Alright, this gonna be good.
Well, I can pretty much tell you without a shadow of a doubt, Team Secret's gonna want Terrorblade for Kuroki. I'm surprised that even came through.
I think they want Necrophos against the Meepo. It's like the only way you can make this hero be dead for a reasonable amount of time.
Those are both Kuroki heroes too, right? So I guess it would be one or the other, in all likelihood.
This is, yeah, I think so. They might even get both. But...
Crystal Maiden's a top pick in Captain's Draft, guys, in case you didn't know. Awesome. Holy... Dazzle Huskar, Pub Lane for the win. Okay. I'm liking this. PR, you're my new favorite team. Congratulations.
So what I wanted to say, the draft is really fast, but what I wanted to say is that you can't counter ban once the draft is started. Once the picks are starting to being made,
oh my god,
you have to deal with what you play against. You should have banned it out in the first stage now. So Secret are going to grab Omni Knight PA, just really supporting Kuro heavily on that PA probably. I don't know how well PA is going to fare against this lineup though. I think Dazzle is pretty good against her. The Grave can keep targets alive from her single target. Huskar is great against, or depends on the level of blur, I guess. Very early on, Huskar will be good, but maybe PA was actually a really good pick when you think about it. It's a way of. So here's what I'm getting. Fuck off.
Awesome analysis.
So when you're killing Meepo, you need to kill one of them, and it's a misconception that a lot of people have, is that you just need to get a lot of AoE damage. What you need to get is either AoE control or single target damage. PA brings one of them. But I still think this is a really good Meepo game. As far as the Huskar versus PA, I feel like it's a little so-so. PA has the advantage later on for sure, and Huskar has it early, probably. So.
Oh boy! All right.
Wow. All right. Well,
so we got some picks.
A lot of time in the bans, so they had to pick really quickly.
That's what makes it so exciting.
This is full YOLO from PR. They just came in here, and what was most amazing for me was that they picked so fast.
Yeah.
Like, insta-pick Meepo, insta-pick Dazzle Huskar.
I'm pretty sure they think they're playing AP, but I freaking love it. This is awesome. For Team Secret, Queen of Pain, Omni Knight, a very old combo that is pretty disgusting overall. And looking at PR, they don't really have... I mean, Bounty Hunter could potentially pick up a Diffusal. It's just not a normal pickup. I think Huskar's decent, though, against the Omni Knight ult, obviously, because of all the magic damage, but that's only single target for the most part. So This will be an interesting. I have no clue what to even think about these lineups. More importantly, Power Rangers.
Yeah,
But I
Power
love it.
Rangers for me is like a go hard or go home kind of lineup. It's really hit or miss. I think if they fuck up the early game, they're just gonna lose really fast.
Oh
But
God, I crashed. I think I
no,
crashed. I'm pretty
no.
sure. All right, it's okay, guys. I'm starting it back up. We'll be okay. It's because our prize pool is just out of control. We've doubled it.
This is bringing me back to Star Ladder. Like, at least your computer didn't reboot completely.
At least you guys can't see my desktop with a bunch of
All right,
random icons on there. It's okay.
that's something.
We'll
Oh,
get
I
there,
can tell
guys.
you what the lanes look like. That's
Yes.
interesting. So
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna introduce Team PR while you think about who might be playing what for Team Secret. So we've got Soneko playing as the Treant Protector, together with the other support of PR, which would be J4 on the Dazzle. Dishara will be playing on the Huskar. Then in the mid lane is going to be Shotchlo playing as Meepo, and then safe lane they will be playing Cheshire Cat on the Bounty Hunter. Now Secret will be playing a Crystal
Hold on,
Maiden
I'm in. Let me do it. I'm in.
and Omni-Knight on
No,
Dota.
please.
Queen of Pain will be played by S4.
Damn it.
Kuroki will be playing the Phantom Assassin, and who's going to be playing the Batrider?
Oh, thank you. You left me one. Fly, also known as Simba, also known as Bot, is going to be playing the Batrider. And now that I'm looking at these hero icons, I'm going to miss a lot of kills because they all look the same. They look like they're on the same team. This is going to be fun. Dazzle, in the meantime, looking for this top rune along with his
it's not
teammates.
there
Yeah, it's coming. It's going to be a bounty rune.
There it is.
You see?
It's
I
it.
told you. Bottom rune,
Yeah.
bounty is going to be getting the haste rune. He should have gotten the bounty.
Yeah, so Dazzle, well, this haste on Bounty Hunter is not really that useful. If he was in the off lane, that could have been interesting, but just let's look at the lane matchups for a moment. So we've got PA versus Meepo in mid. I think Meepo's going to be really happy about that. She can't really dominate him. Maybe they'll rotate Puppy to take care of that with a CM. In the off lane, the tri lane from PR, I have absolutely no idea. I think it's a pretty good lane, but Queen of Pain stands well against it, so this is a smart laning decision from Secret, and then Bounty will get stomped by Batrider, most likely, so.
Yeah.
Probably slight advantage for Secret, I guess, overall in lanes with Puppy jungling.
Yeah, Puppy on the Crystal Maiden, gotta love that Frostbite, one of the best mechanisms for getting a lot of farm in the jungle for a hero that's pretty weak, you would think, in the jungle, but she's actually not. As for the top lane, so Queen of Pain versus this tri-lane, what can this tri-lane do? I mean, you have the harassment of Huskar from those burning spears and whatnot, but do they actually have real kill potential? I mean, this is very defensive with the Treant and Dazzle. Do you just focus all on the...
to be top.
Yeah.
And it's not happening, so I think it's time to change your plan here. They can't really pressure the Quap too much. The Quap can get repel. She doesn't even need that, because they don't have a stun or a silence, so... I would say if you're PR now, you might want to think about rotating, or if you want to win this lane, you need to steal the stacks. Steal the poles, go out and challenge Puppy, but they're just standing 3 on the lane. This is not winning them anything at all.
Yeah, well, they're going to have a little poison touch on S4, but unfortunately, Queen of Pain does have a blink, so be able to get out pretty much no problem. Bottom lane in the meantime, Bounty Hunter is going to continue to take some damage from Simba, and like you were saying, it's going to be a tough lane for him. He does have the Stout Shield, but a lot of this damage is going to be magical thanks to the Sticky Napalm. I would guess that's probably, unless there's a gank mid, that's probably where the first blood will end up being, I would assume, unless he doesn't have any detection at all, which he doesn't actually, surprising. Top
I don't
lane.
think it's out of the question that Shotchlo even gets the first blood on Kuro mid, but he needs to get the opener at the right time. Oh, yeah, No-Tail taking some serious damage from the Dazzle. He does have boots, though.
Why does everybody have boots?
Why
I love
doesn't the
this new
Dazzle have
meta.
boots is the question.
Yeah, exactly. Meepo now level 3, so has that second Meepo to work with. He's going to be able to get that bounty rune, no problem. And he's just going to continue to push these lanes. And Kuroki, he's going to have some trouble in this lane. I don't know. I mean, Joshua might need some help getting an actual kill on him, but for the farm, he'll be able to push the lanes pretty much no problem. And with Crystal Maiden in the jungle, I think the runes are just going to go PR's way pretty much. It's bottom lane, no way this is happening, right? There's no way. So much damage going to Bounty Hunter, or going to the Batrider, I should say. The Orb of Venom, really good on him. I don't know why, but it looks as if he's winning this lane now. So fuck my logic, huh? Screw it all.
Well, he's still getting out farmed, but that was a good amount of pressure he put on Simba. Still, yeah, I think Bounty stands an actual chance in this lane if he gets phase boots, or just boots now, because he'll be able to harass him a lot more effectively and stay on him and track him down. Now he needs to not get stickied another time, and it looks like Simba has no idea where he is, so these stacks are gonna run out. Oh, now it's gonna get stickied again. But
oh. S4 staying alive thanks to Big Daddy No Tail. Thank you, Jesus. You put that back in your name, by the way.
Thank you, Big Daddy.
Yes, S4. Takes a little poison touch time. So Dazzle, level 2. Question is, what is he going to go for? He's saving that point just in case he needs to go Shallow Grave, but I'm assuming he's going to hold it just in case he can use a Shadow Wave offensively. Bottom lane, continue a lot of pressure on Fly, or Simba, I should say. He's the one getting forced out of lane, so I don't even know what to think anymore. Dazzle, again, looking for this rune. Big Daddy's going to be forced out completely, and another bounty rune going the way of the Meepo.
I think Simba has to get Tranquils in the bot lane. Now, he did get a regen, so that's fortunate for him. Probably going to put him in a good position here, but... Yeah, the Bounty Hunter of Cheshire Cat has been playing really well so far. I like the way he's using Shadow Walk to like fade and then get the attack in, and then keep the fade still. So he gets 2 attacks off with the Shadow Walk. It's a mark of a competent Bounty Hunter player, and is doing well in lane. He might even go for Simba here if he's not careful. He doesn't have the regen ready. He's gonna die here probably. One more
Shoryuken! First blood going the way of PR. Who says Batrider's good 1v1? Come on. Garbage, apparently.
Heroes. Who cares?
Exactly.
Oh.
Okay, so that's...
To be fair, though, Bounty is one of the ones who has a fair chance just because of Shadow Walk. Like, you can get the jump, you can avoid getting stickied all the time, and you have some decent burst damage, so... It's an okay matchup, but I did not think Cheshire Cat would be winning this lane, and Simba was just overconfident there. He could not stay there with 300 health. Yeah, should have used the regen beforehand, but got caught off guard.
Well, this mid lane, Kuroki went for a little bit of damage on Treant, but there's only so much you can do, especially when TPs come in. But luckily, the Blink Strike allows her to get away pretty easily, especially when there's a wave nearby. S4 has just been forced out of lane completely. Huskar, obviously, Queen of Pain is, or S4 I should say, is out-leveling the Huskar, but a lot of damage is being done. If they can end up getting a kill on S4, this will even things out. But right now, as a result, Queen of Pain, I would say, is winning this lane because of that. Crystal Maiden level 3.
I'm looking to bot lane again now. Now Cheshire Cat has face boots. He's hungry.
He's hungry bounty hunter. I don't think... Yeah, he doesn't have enough mana for the Shoryuken. I'm surprised he goes for level 3 Shoryuken, to be honest.
Shoryuken!
Typically, you leave it at level 2, unless that's something that's changed that I'm not aware of. But
no,
the
you're
value
right.
point, pretty much.
It has a really weird scaling, but I think in many cases it's actually good to level it up. Janata has the same slow on all levels. This thing that scales is the damage and the reduction cooldown, but just raw burst damage, the Shuriken is pretty nice to have, and of course it has synergy with Track, which we haven't talked about, but in the new version it bounces between all Track targets, so having that on level 4 can be really good in teamfights.
That's true. Meepo in the mid lane, so good at controlling these runes, and he's gotten a bounty rune, unfortunately, every single... Well, I don't know if unfortunately. That's not that bad, okay. I guess, but...
He got a DD this time, though.
Oh, he got both then. Okay, he got both runes. Excellent. Well done. He's going to continue to push this mid lane. Where is Kuroki? He's in mid now. He better be careful. He has a little bit of backup thanks to Crystal Maiden and Omni Knight. In fact, No Tail is smoked up, so perhaps he wants to try to bait this out. But Meepo is such a tough kill right now, I feel. But if it is 3v1, perhaps they can do it. Perhaps initiation from the dagger.
I don't know with that trio of heroes.
Oh, he just used poof. Here we go. Initiation, he's going to net 2 heroes in the meantime. Double damage still applied to him. And even S4 comes to finish him. Oh, the beautiful grave, though! It's going to keep the Meepo alive. And in the end, S4 wastes his beautiful Sonic Wave. And in fact, he wastes his transition over to the mid lane as well. So as a result, even Huskar is getting free farm and free levels thanks to that.
What was most beautiful, the Grave or the Sonic Wave? Because you said they were both beautiful, and I'm getting confused here.
I think everything's beautiful right now.
Okay.
I don't know.
Also the small critters that I can't see with my low graphics.
Yeah, by the way, you disgust me. You have a good computer and you play on like... It's like you're playing Minecraft, Dota. I don't even know what else to call it. No, it's embarrassing.
I'm special like that.
Yes, I guess you could say that. But in the meantime, 47 creep kills for Kuroki, so he's doing fine in the mid lane. Hasn't died, so that's a good thing. I actually thought Meepo would have a bigger advantage. He only has 39 creep kills. That's a little bit surprising to me.
Yeah,
but
I
he's
thought
starting to
Meepo would
transition to
take
jungle.
over this lane once he hit level 3 to 5, maybe. Not necessarily getting killed, but at least out farming. But what he does have is these 2
Oh,
stacks.
Simba in the bottom lane, the river. Oh my gosh, sure you can. Okay, so is that level 4 now? He leveled it up all the way, so that's a ton of burst damage. Ends up being a pretty easy kill. Just needed 1 ensnare from the Meepo.
I think Secret need to worry about this bounty hunter. He's getting really rich. Phase Boot's 1500 gold. As a matter of fact, it's a 1500 gold lead for the Radiant right now with the way the lanes worked out. And now they're farming up the stacks with shot slow as well. And adding on top of that, I don't think Secret's lineup is that good against Meepo. And to me, he's one of those heroes that if you don't counter it in the laning stage, he can tear you apart in the mid game, winning 1-on-3 scenarios even. So.
What do you pick up if you're Secret to try to combat that? I mean, something like an Orchid on S4 perhaps is what he's going to be looking for. It looks as if Cheshire Cat is actually top lane now, trying to bait out actually the Blink only level 1 for S4, so if they can force it out, he could be in a lot of trouble. Huskar. Now the question is, if he blinks, the Huskar ult follows him, correct? Pretty damn sure. So we'll see if this ends up.
Oh wow, S4 saw that Shadow Walk with this ward right here. Value for Team Secret, so he's not going to step forward. Now they do have counterplay potential here. Puppey has sentries and dust if they want to try for this, and you might expect this rotation from Cheshire Cat. If he puts a sentry now, that's some serious next level play. He just did it. Might see Cheshire Cat walking right into this. He will, as a matter of fact. They're waiting for this. They want this exact thing to happen. But he's not going down there.
He's gonna.
Who's smarter?
Who's
smarter?
Oh,
they're both smart. Now that
great calls.
Passed, I think he knows what's happening.
Wow, that's pretty damn good.
So this was good for one of the teams.
Oh, wait. I love those comments. Thank you. Those very blanketing comments.
Well, he baited a sentry, so I guess PR victory right there.
Sure. And Puppey, unfortunately, is left with a couple of mud golems to try to farm out. So the question about Huskar, we don't see him very often. He's going for an armlet of Mordigian. When does he start actually taking part in fights? I'm guessing once he gets that.
Yeah.
I mean, do you need to farm anything else on top of that, or is that enough?
Not necessarily. It depends on the game plan for PR. I think their lineup is really strong 20 to 25 minutes in, when Meepo has an Axe and a Blink, and when Huskar has the armlet and one more item. So if they keep getting good farm, I think that's fine for them. But they can also play really aggressively with the track and try to find heroes to pick off. So they have a couple of options. Overall, I would say, well, that's a fast armlet. I think you should continue farming then. And then for Secret, on the flip side, they need Kuro to get big, because I don't see any other solution to the Meepo than him. They don't have... Yes, they have good AoE damage, but it's magical, and Meepo has high magic resistance, and you need to kill one of them. So you need to be able to bring one down in the last one. I don't know if Secret's draft is that good here. Slightly worried for their mid game.
And I was going to say pre-game, because we haven't really talked too much about the mode itself. I would think Team Secret is probably the best equipped... to what Alright, you do this all the time. You scare me. Oh, what are you looking at that you're saying up?
Okay, so S4 used Scream of Pain on neutral camp, and he hit Bounty and Invis, so he knew he was there. Oh.
Thank you. Thank you. Great commentary as always.
Okay.
I actually did it myself by accident. Bounty Hunter, just taking a little harassment. He'll be fine. I was gonna say Team Secret is actually best equipped in this mode, I think, because they have so many people that have a lot of variety in their gameplay and the heroes that they choose. In fact, technically speaking, Fnatic was the last champion of Captain's Draft, but more players are on this team from Fnatic than any other team right now. So technically speaking, in a lot of ways, you can actually say this is kind of the prior champions, wouldn't you? Kind of.
And when you look at a team like Secret, Kuro has played pretty much every single role through his history in Dota 2. No-Tail has played solo mid and support. Puppey has played more than just support, although he's most famous for his support. But if you go far enough back in Dota 1, I think he did play some cores. And Simba used to play support, now he's playing offlane. So they just have so many... They have a really big hero pool and can just swap their lanes around, which is really powerful ability to have in this mode. So I'm with you. I think Secret's one of the strongest teams going into the tournament, just both from drafting and individual skill. Which kind of
you have Puppey the drafter, and I believe Fly was drafting for Fnatic last season.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's like double whammy.
But you can have too many chefs in the kitchen. So.
But it's so delicious. The Sentry's going to spot out Cheshire Cat, but can they bait him into getting perhaps a kill? Batrider's going to come in, has the Blink Dagger, smokes up, look for an initiation very shortly. Of course, the magic damage is not going to do anything to Huskar, but if they have enough burst, perhaps. And It seems as if PR actually knows what the hell's going on here. But they can't really because of the smoke. They don't really want to go on Huskar, do they? They're going to initiate.
Oh, he
There's
didn't
the
get the
lasso.
armlet off. He's going to get blown apart.
All right.
Or maybe not.
Oh! We have the heal. He's not going to be... This unfortunately only a level 1 inner vitality. Not going to do a whole lot. The Grave just not close enough despite being level 3. Surprised he wasn't in range for that. Perhaps he just TP'd in. PR going to stick around for now. They see Kuroki. I believe that's them who pinged it out. Maybe that was Kuroki who pinged himself. Cheshire Cat doesn't have a whole lot of mana to speak of, however.
Oh, he wants to go Cheshire Cat, yeah?
Well, he doesn't go invis quite yet. And the track is going to... Damn, that's a lot of movement speed from track. That is insane. You don't see that hero that often anymore either. Which is, with the new buffs to how you kill couriers, that's the one hero I thought of. Because the melee heroes do more damage to couriers now. Oh my goodness. Josh Lowe at half HP on one of his meepos thanks to that crit from Kuroki, but not going to be enough for a kill.
S4 is looking for that kill, but meepo's just pulling out. And this is one thing that Secret's lineup isn't really able to do right now. They can't invade or prevent meepo from farming that well. So he's getting a lot of CS, but the same goes for Kura. I'm very surprised with how high his CS is. PA is not really that great of a farmer until she gets a Battle Fury, which he's building for right now. That's what really ramps up your farm. But he still has the same CS as meepo, which is really impressive from Kuro. And he's about 1,000 gold short.
That's including jungle camps too, which are going to be worth less, generally speaking. Now, from my perspective, PR, they have this YOLO lineup like you talked about. You have to do something with the Huskar. You can't be defensive in nature. You have to go balls deep. So expect that to happen very shortly. As we might have a trade of tier 1s here, a free glyph activated from each respective team. But the first tier 1 is going to be going to Team Secret. And shortly after, PR. Of course, the mid lane's far more valuable than this tower.
It's... depends on the situation. I would say it's always more valuable than this one. Like the off-lane towers are pretty irrelevant, but the safe lane tower does give access to the jungle. And with PR's lineup with Bounty, it's actually pretty important to start getting control of the enemy jungle. But sacrificing your own mid tower for it, I don't know. I feel like it's pretty even. Maybe slightly Secret favored here.
Well, Huskar and company.
Look for a fight. Maybe they finally get it here.
I think they really need to. You don't want to go late game. Especially, I mean, PA destroys Huskar late game.
Definitely want this bounty.
They have 2 invis heroes. Oh, there's initiation from Huskar. S4 cannot do anything about it. No-Tail just panics and repels himself, which is fine. It's like, yeah,
No-Tail, but I'm out.
And Puppy, unfortunately, his top lane doesn't have a TP at the moment, so couldn't really...
Oh, he could be in trouble, too, if this meepo lands a couple of good nets. He does have level 4 Earthbind, so landing it on Puppy from a long range shouldn't be too difficult, but not interested. And Puppy also had vision here. So.
Is Ags first normal, or is it Blink? I thought you go Blink and then Ags. Like, you get a point booster, then Blink, then finish Ags.
Both are good. I don't know which one is the most normal. I think it's most common to finish Ags first for the farming efficiency. To have all your meepos tanky. Now he's really strong.
Whoa, initiation on it. If they can take him out before the Grave, this will be pretty big. He gets the Grave off just in time. He's actually just going to run the opposite direction to force everybody to waste their time killing him, meaning the rest of his team can get out pretty much no problem. So well played there. This tier 1 tower is still here, so I don't believe Secret's going to dive. But they might transition this into a push of sorts. Meepo's just going to continue to farm the mid lane in the meantime. And Repel is now on Quap. This is a scary combination because Quap is generally a very burst, like you can burst her down pretty easily, but with the Repel, not going to get stunned.
Growth is ready. They might think about this. S4 is kind of out of position now. Oh, now he's not out of position anymore.
Yeah, that blink certainly helped. He is going for the Orchid, by the way. That'll be pretty nice against... Oh. Okay. I pulled the Cinder in. I pulled the Cinder. S4 in the meantime, he's going to blink out, but I believe this is going to be too much damage to speak of, and it is. So I think they initiated with the Overgrowth, meaning he can't blink away, and that's usually going to be enough damage for them, or enough time for them to be able to take him out. Dazzle working on it.
That Overgrowth has been very useful so far for that. Oh, Shotchlow is going to land the net. Does not want to dive onto the Repel. And there's one ability we haven't talked about yet. Guardian Angel is so good against PR's lineup, so keep an eye out for that in the mid game. Great against Meepo, great against Huskar, great against Bounty. It's pretty much great against their entire lineup. Even if you have a big weave on the enemy team, if they're physically immune, you don't care.
Meepo's poof will be pretty damn good against it, and Huskar's single target damage is pretty good as well. Keep in mind it doesn't have HP regeneration anymore, so that's something to keep in mind. So that's why, like, heroes like... I mean, Meepo can still slow. He can do damage with Poof, but obviously his right clicks won't do anything. I don't know. The question is how much farm can Omni Knight really get? Because in Ags, making... I think the global thing is huge, but in this game in particular, the duration would be a bigger factor to keep in mind. But he's not really getting that much farm in a Blink Dagger on Huskar, so hopefully this will mean that they will continue to aggress. They need to go balls deep. When you pick Huskar, it's balls deep. That's what's written on your forehead.
Pretty much. I was going to make a joke about that, but I didn't want to.
I was waiting for it. Jesus, Cinderin.
So, well, you know No Tail, so he will be getting a Yules. He does this on pretty much every support he plays nowadays, so Omni Knight no exception in that repertoire of heroes he likes to run. It's another Yule hero for him. So no eggs. I think, I'm wondering what the Yules is very good for in this game. It's a good item in general, just resetting, buying time, helping to get in range to heal or repel whoever he needs.
Oh, lordy.
But
oh, the Treant pretty much in no man's land gets the last right click on Quap. They're going to dust him. This might end up netting a kill, but this is certainly worth it. He actually gets Grave very early in the overgrowth to follow. Huskar in the meantime doing a little bit of magic damage. Big Daddy had the repel, but he put it on Puppy, so he's probably going to die in the end. He does. Expect this to be a tower push in the mid lane. Meepo pretty low, but they should be able to get this. And PA, she did have a TP actually, but has the...
Meanwhile in bottom lane.
Yeah, meanwhile bottom lane.
I think he didn't want to join that, and it was the right call from Koro. That fight was lost. Oh, Puppy!
Oh, Puppy, you don't have a repel to save you this time, good sir. Well, that's an easy tier 1, easy kill.
He really wanted to know that, but shot slow. On point. And they might go for the tier 2 now, even.
I don't see why not. They have the mech on... Oh, actually they don't. It should be on the courier, though. Okay.
Flying out.
Yeah, it is right now.
Together
So Dazzle's going to be getting that. This tier 2 in quite a bit of peril. PA is just going to continue to... She's actually pushing faster, at least for now. The tower at half HP. So, the question is, who gets the better trade here? Oh, we have initiation possibilities, but no! Huskar's going to turn on Simba. Bad Rider getting extremely low. He get healed from Big Daddy No Tail, but it's not nearly enough, and the tier 2 falls with pretty much no resistance. Just a kill going the way of PR.
This time Kuro ported in. He could have probably claimed that bot tier 2, or at least forced a glyph, but it was a fighting call from Secret. They just didn't stand a chance there. PR are rolling over them so far. 7,000 gold and 4,000 experience, and now that they took these towers, the Bounty Hunter strat can really start paying off.
Oh my god, they just dusted. It was just out of range for Treant.
So he doesn't know this is happening. Uh-oh.
He feels safe because of the dust. Sentry's being put down. Huskar initiates. Kuroki, half HP, but the repel comes out. Meepo in the meantime is going to focus on Puppy. This should be a relatively easy kill, and it is. Overgrowth, though, is going to catch Kuroki, so the repel doesn't even matter at this point. He blinks out. The heal is there for Big Daddy, so Kuroki will live to see another day. And PR's just going to back up.
They have full control of this game. We talked about this before the game started, that Bounty was an unusual diffusal carrier, but he might get it. 20 minutes.
That's so fast. I mean, good lord, man.
That's really quick. With his other items, too. He has Face Drums, EMS, Orb of Venom, and now they're going to go for Roshan. I don't think Secret can necessarily contest this. Now, the good thing is, even though they lost that fight, they didn't use the lasso, so maybe they can find it opening here, but initiating into a double damage Meepo with Weave, Mech, and Grave? I don't know.
Well, Meepo's going to pick up the Aegis, so no initiation here.
Oh,
from
wow,
Secret.
Going really aggressive.
Whoa there! Okay, well, Repel's going to save a lot of damage for Kuroki. Huskar's going to continue the pressure. Don't think he can really go for a kill here. Just forcing him out for now. Has that armlet activating left and right. Now, the question is, do they back up and go for that tier 2 top? Does it even matter at this point? They have the Aegis. Wait, who picked up the Aegis? Is it Meepo?
Meepo.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good choice. They have actually a lot of good Aegis carriers with Meepo and Huskar, both excellent choices.
And Treant.
Okay. Sure. I think Dazzle will be... I think Treant's literally bottom of the barrel for that. That is horrible. It's tier 2 bottom. And it seems as if Secret wants to defend. Meepo on the top lane pushing out a little bit. He can get into this anytime he wants. You see the defensive usage of the Dazzle ultimate. There's initiation. Bursted down is Dazzle. Get bursted, as Cinderin would say. Huskar in the meantime, he's taking quite a bit of damage from Kuroki. Is it enough to take him out? Remember the burst? Oh, we have Omni Knight ult activated. Kuroki able to take out Huskar pretty much no problem. He was at quite low HP to begin with, and he's going to focus now on the Meepo. Just needs one crit, gets it. Aegis is used. We'll get back to that in a moment. Treant Protector, bottom of the barrel like we talked about. And Kuroki, he's actually getting slowed. It goes through Repel. He gets healed. He's going to blink out to his teammate. And now they're just kiting Meepo. He can't do anything about this. The burst damage is there. And down he goes a second time. So Tree and Protector and Dazzle both live. The last two that you want to live for PR.
Great lasso from Simba. This was the way they could come back in the game, was to force a fight by getting out the Dazzle so there's no Grave and no mech. And at the same time, Meepo was in a pretty bad position because he needed to poof in his Meepos first, and he looked like he wasn't ready for that. I don't know if his blink got disabled on the main one, so he couldn't assist. But Dazzle just out of position. When they push this tier 2, he needs to be standing like down here, really far back. The team in the front, especially the Meepo with the Aegis, can just siege the tower, and then Dazzle can be in the back. But if he gets caught like that, suddenly Team Secret just get a swing. Okay, that was a bigger swing than I thought it was. Look at that XP.
Oh my. That is quite big. And yeah, you've seen the gold. It's actually, according to this, it's a relatively even game now. So what does that mean for PR exactly? They have the defusal so they can combat a little bit of the repel. I'm not sure if he might have used one. Yeah, he did. I'm assuming to take off the repel. Of course, it does work, if I'm not mistaken, through repel and Guardian Angel.
Yep.
So the physical damage. So you can like just focus, if they put it on PA or something like that, they can just focus them down pretty fast. But as a result of that fight,
elusive, though.
Yeah, we have some more items now. PA, saw the Battle Fury and the Yasha, now has some lifesteal, and Quap finally finishes the Orchid. So we'll see if that's enough damage for her to be able to solo somebody like a well, Bounty Hunter's decently tank. Well, 900 HP. That's not that much actually.
It's a smart play from Shotshlo. He has the main Meepo in his own jungle and the 4 clones in the top, so if he finds an opening, Secret might not be expecting this because he just showed 4 in the top lane, and No Tail now staffing to heal a creep just for farm. This could be his death. I think it will be.
I did not see that. That was... Okay, well...
He wanted that so bad.
I need to highlight that.
Just caught a glimpse of him in there.
Oh. He is
there. Now he definitely
has a blink. Can he catch up is the question.
Catch up?
Nope.
I thought that was going to be a Yules. We talked about that for Omni, but he went for the Force.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh, Kuro?
Force is always
Thought
nice.
about it for a moment, but he goes down again.
So
top lane, puppy. This ain't good.
This ain't good, son! Well, the Shuriken's not enough to take him out, and the TP from No Tail is enough to force everybody out. And PA goes for a
Simba.
A Manta
Radiant
here.
jungle, he's in trouble, I think.
Yeah, he gets Overgrowth. And Meepo, all 5 of them. Goodbye. Thank you. Nice to see you.
Meanwhile in top lane.
Top lane in the meantime. Well, what was I gonna say? The 4
okay,
staff
it was
on...
mid lane, just kidding.
What?
Kuro soloed him. He soloed the Huskar.
Oh, I didn't even know he died. Okay, that's my first kill missed. That's not bad considering how bad I thought it would be. But
that's
not
true.
too bad of a start. Yeah, that's I mean, Huskar, what can he do other than get a shallow grave? PA destroys Huskar.
Yeah.
And tell me why he got this this Manta. What is he trying to take off? Track?
He can remove track. He can remove a net, which is kind of useful. And
one of the 5 nets. Oh yeah, Overgrowth.
There's a lot of routes. Just being able to remove one crucial one could make a big difference. Because if he can do that and make a little bit of space, then he can blink. And also he can blink strike his own illusions, right? So he gets some interesting play potential with that Manta.
That's pretty cool. Gem now in S4, so expect the counter wording to commence. And there aren't that many to counter word right now, to be perfectly honest. We have 1 at the bottom rune, and that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, so Sheepstick now on Meepo. He's getting pretty strong. He's already really strong. And level 19, which isn't unheard of considering it is Meepo after all, but compared to PA, let's see. So only 2 levels up on PA. That's, honestly speaking, that you should be like 4 levels up as a Meepo.
Kuro's been getting so much though. Oh, he's in trouble now.
He gets Sheeped Initiate, and the burst damage is there! Yes! Bat Rider, not a whole lot you can do. And Big Daddy Noto, that 4 staff is going to be used on himself. Couldn't get there quite in time. I feel like
Omni... diving.
He is diving, and it's for a Crystal Maiden. Easily bursts him down, her down, if you will. PA's going to buy back, actually, so this might be a lot of trouble for PR. Initiation from Huskar. Simba at half HP. Omni Knight's going to pop his ult. The first to die is Meepo. PR needs to get the hell out of here. This is a disaster. Huskar is going to just stand his ground, as you should, because you have to be a man. You have to go balls deep, like I said. 3 dead for PR. Make it S4 almost gets the TP off in time, and Treant Protector is resigned to use his living armor from across the map. Was not a part of that fight with that mechanism. Or did he just TP? No, he just TP'd back to top now, because the mech is used.
Okay,
Yeah, he was definitely there.
That was a really deep dive from PR. They couldn't do that. The risk of Kuro buybacking was way too large, and yeah, well, they got to pay for it. And now they might pay another one. Kuro's doing really big damage here. He's getting out.
No, Sentry. So, oh, wait. What does he have? What does he have? Oh, he's going for the Invis Purification. That would have been so sick. Oh, no, Tail. Always going for the big plays.
Tell me, yes. How do you think PR strat with 2 mechs is working?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Treant and Dazzle have a mech. Yeah, that is odd. You think that's a miscommunication?
Flat out bad.
Well, you need to go... I would think they go Crimson Guard against PA. Well, I guess it's only 50 damage. Maybe that's not that great, actually.
That doesn't build from mech, though. That builds from Buckler.
Well, no, the Buckler is part of the mech, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He built the Buckler already, and he was like, nah, Crimson Guard isn't that good. Let me build a second mech instead.
Yeah, what is the deal with that, actually?
I don't know. Miscommunication. It can't be anything else. Which is a shame, because one of them could have had, like, a Vlad's for the team. Which would have been great. Physical armor. Well, that's kind of the only armor in the game. Armor against the secret lineup would have been really good. They could have made a pipe on the train if they were scared about the Quap. Force Staff to save the Meepo. You know, there would have been many nice choices, but this is costing them. That 2,000 gold might not sound like much, but one utility item is a really big deal for these supports.
Yep, Batrider has the full arsenal of his mobility that he needs, Blink Dagger and the Force Staff. Even Puppey has a luxury Ghost Scepter to prevent any damage coming from physical standpoint. They're smoked up. Uh-oh. They might find something. Frostbite initiation there from Batrider. Lasso. Sonic Wave's going to completely whiff. And actually, the Grave is there to save Meeple. He's out just in time. So this fight actually not going too well for Secret as Puppey, half HP, pops the Ghost Scepter. S4 in the meantime, also at half HP. Huskar, able to finish off the Batrider, but gets bursted down easily to Kuroki. There's a double damage rune there for him if he wants to take it, but doesn't feel like he needs it. Going to go in for the kill. Grave, or Shallow Grave, I should say. Again, here with a burst damage from Meepo! Kuroki extremely low again! But the Omni Knight, remember, it doesn't regenerate, so only going to block physical damage. Kuroki dodging left and right. S4 is going to get out. If they can get out, this will be huge for them. Force Staff TP, Big Daddy's out.
How are they all getting out from that burst? Wow.
Not enough burst. You got to get that veil, that casual veil on the Meepo, you know?
That was such a clutch Guardian Angel from No-Tail. If he didn't get that off, they would have lost the whole team right there. And Meepo, well, I don't think they were in range for the Diffusal Blade from Bounty to get that onto their target, because then they could have killed Kuro in the beginning there.
Oh boy.
Cheshire Cat. Oh. Ow. Ow.
Wow. Are we going to do that all day? I can do it all day.
It wasn't wow, it was ow.
Oh. Shout out to LD anyway, just for fun.
It wasn't wow, it was ow. Oh.
Oh.
Top tier casting.
Oh. And this is just showing you how much gold is coming the way of the supports for Secret. Because No-Tail feels he can finish an Aghanim Scepter. I don't blame him. He has the point booster, has enough for one other component, so only 2k away. And he can just like, not that he would do this, but you can split push the other lane with Omni Knight and then just use your ult anytime. You don't even have to be part of the team fights, really, you know. But obviously not the best choice, as Roshan is now.
So is Purification.
Yeah, just make it global as well. Aghanim 2.0.
It's at the price of a Roshan,
but
not really
what's
a good
the trade here? And is he going for a Mjolnir, which is really good against Meepo, or an Assault Cuirass? And actually,
There's
Queen of Pain going Hyperstone too. So
yeah,
they're gonna go one of each probably. Very interesting.
Alright,
well, PA goes Assault. So he's already done with it. My goodness, he is done with an Assault Cuirass.
Kuro's pretty rich.
Super farmed.
He's only 1,000 gold ahead of the Meepo, and at this point, it's about who gets the jump. If Meepo gets the perfect initiation, especially on No-Tail, just hexes him up and insta-kills him, he's gonna beat Kuro in the fight too, although Kuro has an Aegis advantage now, so that skews it a bit in Secret's favor, but in my opinion, still a really close game, but with every passing minute, the way this is going for Secret, they're starting to take control of the game, and
I mean, even if PR wins a team fight, how fast can they really push?
Meepo is shockingly fast.
Meepo is a great pusher, and then they have a lot of defensive capabilities to withstand team fights, but with buybacks, I don't know how they can hold it. It's going to be tough. It's definitely possible, but it's going to be tough regardless. I mean, you're right. It really comes down to the Meepo, who does not have the Aegis because PA got it. It's going to even make it more difficult. Oh, Simba looking for the lasso, but Meepo out just in the nick of time as they farm the enemy jungle at this point.
Right,
you
sorry,
okay,
I'm just,
you okay, bro?
I'm just adjusting a little bit. Relax.
It's okay.
Just trying to improve the conditions a little bit. So I might be slightly louder for you now, but hopefully it increases the...
Improve the conditions? It's like you're talking about weather or something.
Quality is... we've got a little bit of fog in this room.
Speaking of which, there are some things in our compendium that we will be fixing very shortly. I would assume probably by Monday we'll be sending it to Valve for updates, such as there's some issues with the HUD that we'll be fixing, and the emotes will be fixed as well, and a couple other things that haven't been mentioned in posts otherwise. Actually, the particles for Mirana mount should be fixed today, supposedly, along with the Juggernaut crit. Just a little heads up for people that have bought the compendium or the Jug set, that we know of the issues, and luckily we can just update them pretty easily. So
Sunsfan actually purposely sabotaged the items just so he could say this and look good.
Yes, it's all me.
Yeah.
I have zero skill in art department, so... Oh, they're gonna find Cheshire Cat with the dust. What random dust was that? He gets gray. Oh, I don't know if he can get out in time. Is he? Nope, the lasso. I don't even think the lasso is needed to be perfect. He TP'd out a little bit too late, but Meepo in the meantime gonna take this to the bank as he's gonna try to push down this tower. He's gonna get bursted though. Very easily bursted. And now there's a pause. Was he AFK?
Instant pause. Shachulo, why you do this?
Well, the Dazzle DCs. Okay. He got the Grave off and then DC'd, I guess.
Did you mention Trent sold his mech, by the way?
I did not.
It was like, oh, we already have one. And then he bought a Blink.
Okay.
So that gives them some good play potential. It's
a lot of wasted gold.
How relevant he can be now. If he can blink Overgrowth the Omni Knight at the back end of play so he can't move, he has two choices. He either has to force step in which case that can't be used defensively. He has to repel himself, or he has to wait out the Overgrowth, and then probably a target's going to die. So for me, Treant needs to find the Quap and the Omni, and if he can do that, that could be a really big deal. On the other side, for Secret, you just need to enable Kuro, mainly, and get a good lasso. The lasso has been crucial in this game. It's a central part of their strategy, and they need to continue finding setups for Simba to just keep gaining a lead.
But even with that Blink Dagger initiation, No-Tail's only 900 away from finishing Ags, so he can do global ults. Doesn't have to worry about positioning that much. Obviously, the Repel and the Purification. I feel like if you can hold off through that Overgrowth with just an Omni ult, you can get back into position pretty easily to get Purification or Repel off. So I'm still favoring Secret in these team fights. PR, I mean, I want to look at the buybacks even. I mean, buybacks pretty much yes across the board for Secret. So even if they lose a fight, they should be okay.
Oh, Dichara. Oh, he does get the blink off.
Didn't really mention, not only the physical damage destroy Huskar, but pure damage as well, which Kuroki's, not that it does that much damage, but Stifling Dagger, if it crits, does a sizable amount. It's like 300 damage
Stifling
or something
Dagger,
like that, right?
Cleave from Battle Fury, Purification. It's quite a few ways of doing it.
Yeah.
It's true.
So the Huskar is, I mean, what do you do if you're Huskar? Do you go BKB or something? I mean, that's not something you want to get normally on a Huskar. I mean, the physical damage is still going to rip through you, so...
His call of getting a lot of armor, I think, is really good. Just so, if Kuro is focusing him, at least he doesn't die instantly. And then maybe he can be the one getting graved. But I think they generally want to use that on Meepo, but if they can get the initiation in the right way, where DCR jumps in and they get a really good opener for that, bottom lane as well.
It's going to be a real easy kill. Yeah, Puppy's going to take him out, or Puppy's going to go down pretty easily. Huskar, though, we were just talking about his armor. It's not... I mean, there's only so much armor you can get against this PA. We PA 1,000 crits at this point. Treant's going to TP back to the tier 3. And this is going to be a free tier 2 as a result. And you see the Mjolnir now in S4, so they have pretty much everything they need. Apart from maybe a refresher on Simba and Aghanims, which is almost complete on the Omni. The question is, do you save for buyback? In fact, Lincoln's is going to be picked up by Simba. Yeah, they're going to continue to push down. Huskar down for 30.
Have a TP ready.
And Huskar does have buyback. You're right,
He needs to
Meepo.
wait 10 seconds. That's Rax. That's just Rax.
Okay. Well, he's
4
going to try to
against 4
trade.
get Rax.
He's going to try to trade. He's going to get the tier 3. Does he have enough to actually take out everything, though?
He's going to get this one, too.
Oh my god. Are you serious? What is going on here? He's going to get Orchided. He doesn't even give a crap about it, though. He's actually going to initiate. Oh, no! My god, look at that damage! Did he use Sheepstick? He did.
Their TPs.
It's a 1-for-1. The TPs were stopped by what?
Team got S4'd.
Overgrowth? No.
They stopped
S4
Kuroki.
S4 team got
stuck.
S4'd? That is
Kuroki.
amazing. That is amazing.
Oh,
Kuroki's going to blink out thanks to No-Tail. He gets repelled.
Oh, boy,
They're going to
Pierre
go
with
back
the
in.
plays.
They're going to go back in. Oh my god, that burst damage! Dazzle gets one shot! Simba's Lincolns gets activated. PR needs to back up. They should be happy with this trade. There's no way that should have happened, but it did. Wait, what canceled the TPs exactly?
I'm not sure, because he didn't use Overgrowth until that last fight. Maybe a Shuriken toss.
How many people...
I think Kuro didn't even have one, because he had the Aegis, so his inventory would have been full. And whoever TP'd, I think, got cancelled, so... Wow, this one is totally open, once again. Meepo now completing a Skadi, so all of his Meepos now about 3k health, 20 armor.
This is about as buff as you can get on Meepo. Obviously he has one inventory slot left, but I feel PA at this point with 5k, she's going for a Satanic, it seems. If she can get off the Satanic, that's pretty big in these fights. I mean, you have so much defensive capability with the Omni Knight alone, let alone just having your own lifesteal bring back. It's kind of like having a cheese almost. As long as you can get one crit off, you're full health, if I'm not mistaken. Probably a couple normal hits. So that would be pretty sick to see. But
one crit with Satanic?
Yeah, I would think that's full health.
What's that? It's
1,000.
175%, so 1.75 times. What does he crit for? About 1,000?
Yeah, so I guess not
so
quite.
After armor, depending, but he can probably heal a good 1,500 with a swing if he hits the right target with low armor.
Not quite a cheese, but we'll call it the poor man's cheese. Pretty sure you'd rather have the Satanic than cheese, though, so maybe not the best way to describe that. Oh, Flame Break's going to cancel the TP for Dazzle. He'll probably be forced to grave himself to try to force... Almost.
Well, he lived through the first hit. That was a crit, though.
Yeah.
That's a good sign for Dazzle.
What, that the RNG went his way for one attack? I would call that a good sign.
No, it didn't even. He got crit on the first hit.
Oh.
He's still... But
it's that mech,
he lived
man.
through that attack.
Good thing he kept the mech and not Triant, right?
Yeah.
What's Triant going for with this? Is he going Blade Mail or... Blade Mail will be pretty decent.
I think Orchid.
Okay.
He's not getting hit anyway. He's actually the only guy in the game without deaths on that Treant. He's playing very well. I think his Treant this game has been really, really good. So if he doesn't get caught, I think Orchid is a great way of giving his team some more utility. It's to counter the Omni Knight. It has to be. He wants to just ruin the Omni Knight's game and have Meepo take control. And I think if we get late enough in the game, Huskar does stand a chance against PA if he gets an MKB and a Satanic together with that armor, but it's kind of far down the road now.
I feel like Huskar has dropped off considerably at this point. I mean,
I feel like he never took off.
That's okay. Fair enough. That is also an accurate description. Kuroki has Lincolns applied to him thanks to Simba. And
mid lane, it's a bait.
Well,
it's a chair.
Simba looking for initiation.
Yeah, he might go.
Well, he's looking for it. Kuroki's the one repelled. God, repel Lincolns. Like, how do you kill Kuroki? Evasion, Satanic, Purification, Omni Knight ult, which is used globally, I think. It's like, hey guys, I got Agadems. I'm gonna use it.
Now he's like, right after Puppy dies, oh, you wanted this?
Oh, Puppy died? Oh, that
kill.
would... Oh. Holy crap, what was on that?
He got the courier. He's gonna die for it, but that was a 4k courier.
God, you need to tell me where these kills are happening. I really hate you.
Yes, your camera work is
garbage.
Terrible.
Alright, there we go. It's an
4
assault.
out of 10.
Assault for Dityara.
Gashlow.
The assault, the Huskar.
Gashlow's looking to go into the dire jungle. Needs to think twice about this, but if he has the team with him, this is effectively a 4-on-3. And Secret will pull out.
That's what she said. Yep, they're going to pull out, and Kuroki's just going to continue to farm the jungle. Has 4,000 gold on top of this. I have wondering what she'll go for next. With level 22. Bounty Hunter's only used like 4 charges. on the Diffusal Blade, which is super surprising because he's had 4 on this for at least 10 minutes, I feel like. So maybe it hasn't been the most beneficial pickup as of yet. Which is also surprising because I mean, we mentioned that right away when the game started that would be a weird pick on Bounty, but I think it makes sense. But now with the Omni Knight having global, you have to use it on Repel and only Repel. And they don't even have that much magic damage, just Huskar, really. Ah, that's not true. Meepo.
Well, they can break the Repel with Track, or I mean the Lincolns. They can break the Lincolns with Track, and then they can Diffusal. So I still think he has some good ways of trying to deal with the Omni. But,
he's in trouble.
Oh, he needs to be alive for that. Okay, goodbye.
Yeah. Flame Break, they didn't even need, they have a gem. Batrider has the gem. Puppy
Meanwhile,
has...
pushing Treant. We need to go back, guys.
Slow motion.
It's the last march of the Ents. He's the only one. The rest of his team, the other Ents, didn't really want to join the game.
Puppy has Boots of Travel on Crystal Maiden.
Because why not?
I figured he'd go for a Blink or a BKB or anything other than... That just seems kind of greedy, to be honest. But they are going to get the Roche, which has cheese this time. Whose inventory slots are going to be available? Kuroki can drop his TP. So can S4. I assume... No. Oh, No Tail's going to take the cheese. Alright. Got to keep that Big Daddy alive. I'm fine with that. We'll see if that continues to be the case. Okay.
Give it to S4. The funny thing is, Big Daddy is the player who can, in theory, get the most value out of it. Compared to S4, at least. He has a health pool that... He has 1900 health on the Omni Knight compared to, what is that, 1300 on the Quap. So using the cheese on S4 will be pretty difficult. He needs to time it very well to not just get a 500 heal out of it.
I would have preferred the cheese to be on PA, to be honest. She's much more survivable in this case.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I don't think she's going to get burst down in one go, especially not with an Omni Knight in the team.
Oh, another
But then again,
Diffusal.
he already has Satanic. Okay.
They're going hardcore.
Maybe that's just Treant's goal this game. He's like, oh, you're buying that item. That's good. I'm buying that too. So he gets the mech. Now he buys the Diffusal. His team has two.
Wait,
so next he's going to get a Scotty like the Meepo.
He has to sell an item, though. It doesn't make sense unless he sells another item that he's already bought.
So then he sells an item that he had. So he sells the Diffusal, because that's what he did to the mech.
Yeah. Like, oh, double
and then
Diffusal.
He buys the mech again. That would be fun.
Meepo, in the meantime, did pick up Boots of Travel, so looking for that last slot. Does he go Heart? I'm assuming it's going to be... I know you're a big fan of double Scotty, actually.
Meepo is one of the best heroes in the game with double Scotty. I don't know how good of a double Scotty game this is. The thing about Heart is, yes, it gives you 40 strength on all of them, which is great. But, of course, the Heart regen only works on your main. And he wants to be as tanky as possible on all of them. And then I think the Scotty does more because of the armor and also the damage that he gets from the attack speed. Pretty valuable. But we'll see what his choice is. He could also get a utility item like an E-Blade now. Which would be really nice.
Oh, I'd like that.
First with Poof.
Yeah.
Maybe save his own Meepo that gets focused. Maybe save a teammate. There's some play potential with that.
This is... I wouldn't call this Death Ball. You're putting all these defensive spells on Kuroki. It is insane. The only thing he's missing is a BKB of his own. But with all that damage, all that defensive capability,
aggressive play from
needed.
S4.
And he's going to put it onto Dazzle. Just show a little love here. Fortifications used. Huskar and Meepo are going to be pushing the opposite lane, though. Puppy's going to be the only one to try to defend. Who's going to blink first? Well, we have some blinks from Secret, it seems. They're going to TP back. Sonic Wave on a bunch of Meepos. Simba, in the meantime, taking a ton of damage. Looks like he will fall. No! Omni Knight's going to keep him alive for a little bit. It's going to be a trade, a 1-for-1. They lose the Tier 3. The question is, what's happening in the other lane? The Tier 3 is also lost. Omni Knight, he's going to keep Kuroki. Kuroki's taking no damage. He hasn't even used Satanic yet. Hasn't used Aegis. Surprised he's not just going balls deep on this one. But Meepo is back in town. Look at this damage, Kuroki. This heal does nothing at this point in the game. Aegis is used. He'll pop back up, look for Meepo to just focus on him yet again. He has the Satanic, doesn't have time to use it, though.
Disappearing. How did Big Daddy get out of that? He actually got out.
He's
Omni Knight. Did you call the Hex on Bounty, by the way?
No.
They have 2 scythes now on PR.
Awesome. I love these
all
picks.
The items they need.
I love these hero picks by PR. I love these item picks. Aside from the double mech, which was a little questionable, but he did sell it. So it happens. But
he regretted the worst possible item choice he could have made. Good job.
Yes. Hey, some people are stubborn. I mean, you can't
That's true.
forget that. But a lot of times you see heroes or teams against Omniat, they're like, this isn't really a defusal carry. Maybe I shouldn't get it this game. It's not the greatest. It's like all utility here, right? So Bounty gets one, Treant gets one, and we're seeing them reap the benefits. And all it takes is one fight where PA does not have buyback, and they can get racks again.
This is getting scary because PA does have buyback, and if she buys back and Secret wins the fight, they can just go right down the mid and take.
Yeah, Meepo does not have buyback for another 5.5 minutes.
And he did buy back, so even though, well, his death time is pretty short still, 30% cut off the 100, so he's a 70-second death timer, but then you add the buyback on top of that, he's still dead pretty long.
Yeah.
So maybe they need to play it safe and wait for buyback to come off cooldown in 5 minutes.
I mean, if you force a buyback from PA, you pretty much can't run away at that point, right? If you're in their base, so
no,
probably the wise choice. Absolutely. So the question is, PR from here. What items do they pick up? What items do they need to pick up to be able to finish this game? Boots of travel on everybody. It is a heart then, huh? Okay.
I don't know if this is the best choice. I think both E-Blade and Scotty would have been better, but heart is probably a close third, if you will, in my opinion. But
E-Blade would be so good defensively even against
E-Blade
PA.
would be such a good choice.
I mean, imagine E-Blading your own Meepo to prevent damage coming from PA. That's pretty valuable.
Yeah, or just E-Blading the PA so she can't attack. If she's used her Manta, if Repel is used...
As long as Linken's isn't activated on her, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, no BKB, that's... I mean, you have Repel, you have Linken, so you still have to go through a lot of stuff. But, if you can, that would be the best choice, obviously. But he's going for tankiness, and we'll just have to wait and see how that works out for him. Team Secret looking to see if Roche is... No, they're not looking to see if Roche is up because it's definitely not up. So in a couple minutes, we'll know the timer on that. As Kuroki's getting caught out, he gets 4-staffed away. Oh, he's using Satanic. He's not going to get any crits yet, though, so Meepo's going to destroy him. 90-second cooldown for him. He might be forced to buy back very shortly. Puppy, in the meantime, easily gets killed. Sonic Wave used to be able to take out the Bounty Hunter, but that's a one-man Sonic Wave pretty much. Huskar trying to armlet. PA did buy back, able to take him out with ease. That is a buyback, so what they need to do... Well, then again, Huskar's dead. He has buyback as well.
Did J4 just pull that escape off? Did they not see this?
I didn't even see it.
He got away with that. That's unbelievable.
Pro Dazzle here, guys. That's
okay, this next fight could decide the game now. Meepo has the heart. He still doesn't have buyback. If Kuro dies again, he's out for 120 seconds or something.
Yep.
And that time PR can end the entire game. So...
Wait, does the buyback get added on to the max time as well, or no? Like,
it gets added onto...
Is there a higher ceiling than the max time? 120 seconds?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So then it'd be longer than that, right?
The max time is 100, so and you get added whatever. So I don't know what it exactly could be, but it can be very, very long. About 2 minutes is the max.
All right. Treant. Oh, BKB popped by S4. Didn't even know he had that, but he does apparently. Grave's going to be used now on Treant. There's the initiation onto Dazzle. You're not going to have any more Grave for this fight. He is donezo. He has buyback, though, along with Huskar, and they buy back into the game. The Rain Track is taken out. Not the hugest loss, obviously. And Secret's going to be forced back now. Happy with a couple buybacks.
They forced 2 buybacks and got out. And if PR hadn't tried so hard to save the Treant there, who might have not even needed saving, J4 kind of panicked on the Grave. If he would have stayed back, waited a little bit longer, cast a heal, maybe the mech, and then Graved when it was necessary, perhaps they wouldn't have to pay that. But they got to pay 2 buybacks, and now they have to perform. They're under a lot of pressure in this following fight.
And the items continue to roll. This is a 50-minute game of Captain's Draft. Can't say that very often from our last tournament at least, but obviously this is a different meta of sorts. But this is Captain's Draft, so it's in a meta of its own. So we'll have to wait and see throughout as this tournament progresses how things look in that department. Kuroki has 3,500 gold, but can't buy back for another 5 minutes anyway.
Gonna buy an item.
Best case scenario. Oh, he is gonna go BKB. Oh. Okay.
Oh.
What did he sell? Or did he have nothing? He had a TP?
He sold treads.
Oh, he had treads and boots? Okay.
Yeah. So, the reason this is a really good pickup is that finally now he can play freely in the fights. Even with Repel and Linken's, they still have plenty of ways to deal with him.
Yeah.
But now it's all about whether he gets hexed or not. And if he opens with BKB and then jumps in, he's pretty much free to fight. Oh, this is
Dazzle. Can't even get up Grave. Orchid is there. Oh, Overgrowth. Oh my god, 2-shot, 3-shot onto Treant Protector Sonic Wave. This is not a good fight. Meepo in here. use it. Somebody, no, it's not a ghost type. He might actually go down before he TPs. He does. He dies in Fountain. 3 dead for PR. Disastrous fight. Huskar getting kited. They're not going to be able to take out the bounty hunter, but honestly, how much does that really matter? Huskar looking to go balls deep. Frostbite is up. If they can catch up, this is a huge kill because he just bought back as well. Orchid going to silence him. They're just going to continue to slow him. They need some right-click damage. Where is PA when you need her? She's in the base. Enemy base. Oh, Huskar! Yes! I love it. And Kuroki's just going to solo the towers.
Corpse.
Wait, did the damage still go off? Did the corpse do damage? I think it still does damage, to be honest.
I think so. I'm not sure. That looked hilarious, though.
Secret looking to finish this game. They're going to get mid-racks. No buybacks for the important heroes, Huskar and Meepo. Do they go for Mega Creeps or do they go for Throne? Looks like they're going to be going for Throne here. With that Assault Cuirass from...
They're going for both, it seems.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, why not? They have time for everything, so...
True that. Cheshire Cat going to try to do something about it, but the Overgrowth is actually up again, surprisingly. Not going to be nearly enough. Meepo does buy back. How much can he do? Not a whole lot of damage to S4 from the poof because of the BKB, but takes him out with the right clicks with ease. But that is Mega Creeps, ladies and gentlemen. So Secret looks like they're going to win this game. GG's called out from PR. Really entertaining game, I have to say. Well played from both sides. Some mistakes from PR cost them in the end, but their lineup, not sure what this pause is about. Their lineup very refreshing, but then again, that's kind of what this mode's all about.
This is the only time you're going to see a first pick Meepo in the rest of the year, that's for sure. But it was a good Meepo pool, I think, and I think he did fairly well, or maybe even very well. It was a couple of decisions. It was decision making they lost on. I think their laning play went really well. Their individual plays were also good, but some miscommunication here and there. And when it came to the really big decisions, Secret kind of always came out on top. They got, I think, 2 out of 3 Aegises, or maybe even 4. 3 out of 4. I'm not sure, but yeah, that was a really close game. And PR, they're generally really good when they're the underdogs against these top teams, and we're seeing why.
And that is game 1. So this is again Captain's Draft 2.0, sponsored by XMG and a bunch of other people. My name is Sunsfan, join my Cinderin, and keep in mind that we have 2 matches, 2 series today. Each series in this group stage is 2 games. So game 2 is coming up next. So stay tuned, friends. We'll be right back.